Growing up, I always thought Kudzu was so beautiful, and it reminded me of a green waterfall with waves, and I would fantasize about running through fields of Kudzu and just thought it would look almost like swimming. But of course now I know that it's invasive and it's blocking all the sunlight from the native plants and whatnot. There's something about it that, I don't know, that still feels like home, you know? The South is all that, right? It's like stuffed up and beautiful, and when I was a kid, I had a fantasy that it was something that it isn't quite.
Well, I think kudzu literally covers something, so you can still see the outline of what it's covering, but you can't see what it's covering. So it kind of explains how white culture sometimes overtakes things and you can't even see what the origin was because it takes it as its own.
It's the symbol of the South. Once you see it, you know you're here. And it's everywhere. So very everywhere that it's nowhere. It becomes invisible. A background noise. It's a natural green screen onto which you can project all your hopes and fears about this place. It grows and it grows, covering, choking out all other plant life around it. Its roots are thick and they run deep. But it doesn't belong here. It was brought here from somewhere else, across the waters and planted aggressively. We, our ancestors, that is, thought it was a solution to another problem. It was meant to stop soil erosion, an erosion that we and our ancestors caused because of the way we farmed this land. And once it arrived, once we gave it every advantage it needed, once it took root, it acted like it belonged, like it owned it all. My ancestors came here from all over Europe. Some of them were Huguenots, French Protestants, who faced brutal persecution at home. In 1701, they arrived in Virginia, and they planted new lives here. Lives free from the threats that hung over their heads on their own eroded soil. Their arrival, their freedom, was a solution to another problem. But the land they farmed wasn't theirs. Not really, anyway. They belonged to the Powhatan and the Monacan and the Occaneechi, people who had been moved aside and slaughtered, erased, choked out, covered up. People who had become ghosts, echoing through the underbrush. But within a couple generations, given every advantage, these Huguenots had become Americans. They were no longer foreigners. They belonged here. And they weren't even farming the land with their own hands. Instead, they thought they owned people who did the work for them. Enslaved people. Human cargo stolen from their homes and their families in Angola and Cabinda and Luango. More names and places that had become covered, choked out, joining the haunted, invisible chorus that permeates the spirit of this place. And now here I stand. My roots here run deep and thick. I am everywhere and nowhere, visible and unseen. I am both beautiful and haunting. I am greenery. I am whiteness.